ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Hello and welcome to RTA News. Thanks for joining us. Let's begin with some updates from Afghanistan and abroad. We begin with Qari Din Mohammed Hanif, the Minister of Economy, met with a delegation from the international humanitarian organization Mercy Corps. According to the Minister of Economy, the meeting discussed strengthening Afghanistan's economic relations with regional countries and the international community, the role of international organizations in combating climate change and protecting the environment, and support for the agriculture and energy sectors. The ministry added that officials from the organization assured continued assistance to returnees, cooperation in water supply networks, agriculture and energy sectors, environmental protection, and support for small enterprises. The Minister of Refugees and Repatriations met with the Deputy Director and Head of the Crisis Management Division of the United Nations Development Programme to discuss assistance to returnees and permanent solutions to migration in the country. Maulawi Abdul Kabir said that the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan is implementing a permanent shelter plan and in addition to temporary assistance to refugees, and he has also requested the United Nations Agency to cooperate in this regard. Here is the report.
The Minister of Refugees and Repatriations, Maulawi Abdul Kabir, met with the UNDP Deputy Director and Head of the Crisis Management, Shikunuda, and discussed assistance to returnees and permanent solutions to the refugee crisis in the country. He said that, with the arrival of winter, returnees' problems have increased and the situation of Afghan refugees remaining in neighboring countries is worrying.
Maulawi Abdul Kabir stated that the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, in addition to providing short-term assistance to returnees, is also implementing a plan for permanent housing. He has also called for international support in this regard.
UNDP's Deputy Director and Head of the Crisis Management praised the efforts of the Islamic Emirate in managing the flow of returnees and said that Afghanistan is a priority for UNDP and they are working on permanent solutions to the problems of Afghan refugees in abroad.
The Deputy of the UN Development Programme and Head of the Crisis Management Section praised the Islamic Emirates' efforts in effectively managing the returnee process. She emphasized that Afghanistan is a priority for the UNDP and noted that work is underway on a permanent solution to the challenges faced by Afghan returnees.
Maulawi Abdul Kabir explained that the Islamic Emirate is implementing a permanent shelter plan in addition to temporary assistance for refugees. In this regard, he called for international assistance, saying that the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriations has begun distributing aid to needy returnees and reminded that UN agencies should also help refugees.
Afghanistan's ambassador to Moscow, Maulawi Gul Hassan Hassan, met with Bakhtiar Khakimov, the Russian president's special envoy to Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO. According to the Afghan embassy in Moscow, the meeting focused on discussions regarding the SCO's recent summit and the reactivation of Afghanistan's observer status in upcoming sessions. Both sides exchanged views on the matter. During the meeting, Mr. Khakimov emphasized the need to remove existing obstacles and to maintain continued dialogue among the relevant parties. Deputy Minister for Health Services Delivery at the Ministry of Public Health, Maulawi Abdul Wali Haqqani, has departed for Turkey on an official visit accompanied by a high-level delegation. The purpose of the visit is to gain new experience in the health sector, visit several Turkish medical and academic institutions, meet with Turkish health and government officials, and strengthen and expand cooperation between the two countries. During the trip, the delegation will hold meetings with various private and government officials, aiming to improve Afghanistan's healthcare system and enhance coordination with Turkey in the field of health. The reconstruction project of the Sultan Mahmud Ghaznavi Shrine Park in Ghazni province has been completed and inaugurated in the presence of Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture of the Ministry of Information and Culture, Maulawi Atiqullah Azizi, Turkish Ambassador in Kabul, Cenk Kunal, Ghazni Governor Maulawi Abdul Samad Javed, as well as several other officials and local elders. During the meeting, Mr. Azizi thanked TICA and the Turkish Cultural Foundation for completing the project, adding that Turkey's contribution to the restoration of Afghanistan's historical monuments demonstrates the shared history and strong ties between the two countries. Meanwhile, the Turkish ambassador pledged that Turkey will continue to contribute to the restoration of other historical sites in Ghazni province. Maulawi Matiul Haq Khalis, Director General of the National Environmental Protection Agency, met with the Secretary General of UNDP's development programs and his accompanying delegation. The meeting focused on Afghanistan's environmental situation, efforts to combat climate change and its impacts, the suspension of environmental projects, the participation of Afghan government representatives in international conferences, and strengthening joint cooperation and coordination. The Supreme Court of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan has announced that 3,204 prisoners eligible for pardon have been released from prisons across the country, and the sentence of 4,317 other inmates have been reduced. According to the Supreme Court, the release and sentence reductions were carried out following review and supervision by a designated committee. The construction work on the first phase of the Bandar Cleft Road in Balkh province has begun for 450 million Afghanis. The road starts from the center of Balkh district and will extend to Turkmenistan border through the districts of Shortapa, Chohi and Daulatabad. Maulawi Abdul Sabur Sabur, head of the public works in Balkh province, says the project will facilitate transportation for residents and the movement of goods, further strengthening economic ties between Afghanistan and Turkmenistan. The Ministry of Education states that the reconstruction of 18 schools and madrasas buildings in the center and districts of Paktika province has been completed and integrated at a cost of 5 million Afghanis. The ministry added that within the renovation of these schools, a suitable learning environment has been provided for local students. Local officials in Faryab province say that 9 people, including women and children, were martyred and 16 others injured in a traffic accident in the Kotal Gardan area of Pashto district of the province. The incident occurred yesterday around 10 a.m. when a vehicle veered off the road and fell into a deep ravine due to the poor condition of the road and the driver's negligence. According to the officials, the victims were residents of Almar district and were on their way to a wedding ceremony. A total of 6,770 carats of emeralds extracted from mines in Panjshir province were sold through a transparent auction. The Panjshir Provincial Press Office said that emeralds valued over 12 million Afghanis were sold in the presence of traders and under supervision of the mining committee's designated panel. A retaining wall has been completed and integrated in the Kamdesh district of Nuristan province for 7.9 million Afghanis. The wall, which is 300 meters long, was completed within a period of 4 months. That was all for now. Thanks for being with us. You can follow us online for more updates. Have a good time.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا